Welcome to episode 6. Today we went over low block defending, and we did it in a game model 3-5-2 formation. So we actually had a back line. We have 3 center backs, and then the 2 wingers drop in to make a back line of 5. And then we have 3 center midfielders who have a line of 3. We cut the field in half, so one striker comes back as the other stays high. If the ball is switched sides, the other striker that was high will come back, and the one who just chased the ball will go back in between the 2 center backs. So really what we worked on is low block defending. I was going to push into a medium block where we were around the halfway line in the field, but we didn't get to that point. We started off with unit defending, just the back 4. And in the videos you'll see we started with just the back line, then we added the midfield 3. I began filming when we had already added the midfield 3, but the progression would be back line, then add the midfield, and then add one striker, and then the other striker. If you were playing a 4-4-2, you would go the back line of 4, maybe 6 versus 4, add the 2 center mids. For the next progression, it would be 8 versus 6. Then you can add 2 lines of 4. There's a million different ways you can do it. It would be 10 versus 8, and then eventually you would go on to just regular numbers in a straight out 11v11. Here's the session plan that we used today. I adjusted the numbers a little bit, and here's the first exercise. You could see as the yellow team moves the ball, the gray and the blue team must shuffle and mirror each other with the pressure and the cover and the balance. And you could see the movements there. Just working on unit defending. Again, nobody is allowed to cross the zone at this point. This is actually part of our warm-up. We did a warm-up with the speed ladder and also one on defensive footwork before we got into this exercise. Now we're letting now they can score. Here's how you score. The team in the yellow must hit a ball to the team in the gray. If they hit that, they keep playing, but that's a point. We play for 90 seconds, and we see how many through balls that the blue team let up in the middle, and then we rotate. Again, if you see that we're right there, 2 people left the zone, it's supposed to be 1. As this is a little bit more game realistic because now there's players leaving their zone to go and pressure the ball. Again, this is unit defending. Now you could see, this is the shape we're looking for. You see the 5 in the back line of 5, 3 in the midfield, 1 up top, and then there'll be another up top. I didn't add in that extra striker at that point. And the 1 would come back and help the line of 3 from behind. And now you could see this right here. This is 10 against 9. We started, the progression was 8 against the back line of 5. And then we went straight to 10 against 8, and now this is 10 against 9. So this is actually the last progression. There are 3 counter goals at midfield. You could see the orange cones. If the blue team wins the ball, they have 6 passes to try to get that into one of 3 counter goals. This was day 1 of training a low block. Again, the next progression is we're going to train a medium block up towards the midfield line, and we're going to put in pressure zones and so forth. But for day 1, I was actually very, very happy with the team shape. You see the line of 3 at the midfield. If they can't make it all over when they switch the ball fast enough, the line of 3 is never going to be able to make it to the wide man, so the outside back can step up. And what happens there, you still have a line of 4, and you still have a very secure shape. It actually turns into a 4-4-1-1 which is fine. You're never going to have strict 5-3-1-1. The shape is always going to change, but this is the shape that we're looking for. Now the reality is we have Wednesday and Thursday to train before our first test in preseason against Binghamton University up in New York. And we will do a medium block where we'll hold half field, so we'll have a low block, a medium block. We probably will not get to a high press before Saturday's game. We'll go over briefly set plays as far as defending set pieces, corners, etc. But we will go into the game with a low block, a medium block, with no high press at this point. We'll put that in hopefully on Sunday before Monday's game against Central Connecticut State.